All right, hello everybody and welcome. Again, my name is Carla Gonzalez. I am the manager of undergraduate advising for the School of Engineering. And today we are talking about the School of Engineering open house. We have various presenters here to talk to you guys and welcome you officially from the Bobcat Advising Center um, to the School of Engineering. Just a couple of things for you guys to be aware of. We do have a Q&A section available, and during the presentation, you are welcome to submit questions. All questions will be responded to at the end of the presentation by whomever you have requested to respond to those questions. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Luz, who will start us off.
Hi everyone, my name is Luz Sandoval Manjarres. I'm an academic advisor with the School of Engineering. This is our first event of a series of events to help welcome our second engineering students into the School of Engineering. During the first year, students go without their Bobcat advising. And then at the end of their first year, they transition into their declared major advisor. So we hope that you can join us in our upcoming events this week. Now I will go over our agenda. Carla, if you can hit the next slide. We will be having a message from the School of Engineering Dean Matsumoto. Then the advisors will introduce themselves. We will share information on how to see an academic advisor. We will go over information about major change, major sequence, jumpstart your third year meeting, what it is and how to complete it, my audit graduation plan. We will go over some academic policies that you should be aware of. We will then review some academic resources to help you. Then our colleagues from the Center for Career and Professional Advancement, Engineering Service Learning, and the STEM Research Center will be going over some information with you, and then we will go over, again, our events. And then at the end, we will have some Q&A. So if you have questions, you can just go ahead and submit them on the Q&A section. We will now have a message from our School of Engineering, Dean Matsumoto.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well and settling into the fall semester and that things are moving forward, hopefully well for you, although it's very strange to be distanced at this time. A couple things is I want to congratulate you. I know you're thinking, well, why would I be congratulating you in terms of, you're not graduating yet, but I congratulate you on getting through the first year, and even a year that it was very strange. So that's actually a milestone. A number of students will find that the first year transition is extremely difficult and won't make it through, but you persevered and you've made it so far. So congratulations on that. Another things I'll congratulate you on as well is you're going through something that no student, at least in modern times, has had to experience. So the last time there was a pandemic of this sort was back in 1918. Even as old as I am, that's far older than I am. So I've been through a lot of different things. I've taught in a number of places. I've been through blizzards. I've been through earthquake events that have closed down schools. I've been through incidents on campus that have closed down schools. And we've had fires that have closed down schools, but never in a situation where we've had to close down the school for such a long time. And so this will be something that'll be etched in your memories for a very, very, very long time. But you'll be better for it, because one thing is you'll learn how to persevere and you'll learn how to adapt. And so this is part of an adaptation when you're transitioning from your freshman year to your sophomore year, to your junior year, and to your senior year, and finally graduation. It's all part of a transition. And I know Liz Adelano from the Career Services will come and talk to you a little bit about that. And I also teach a class that's related to this. But being prepared and being ready to learn is very important, and to become engaged. And so part of what you're going to be listening to this morning from our advisors is what are the available things and opportunities that you can do to participate in besides just going to school. And so, when you have challenges, where can you go get help? They'll help you with those kinds of things. We have a great staff. We have a lot of other people on campus that'll be able to serve you in different ways. And so let me just say, welcome. And I hope you get a lot out of this open house. So welcome.
Now the advisors, we will start to introduce ourselves. And since I am the first one, again, my name is Luz Sandoval. I advise students with their first and last name letters A through E. I am a UC Merced alum. I graduated in 2016 from UC Merced with a bachelor's of management and business economics and a minor in psychology. A fun fact about me, I am an immigrant from Mexico, so I try to be involved in social justice causes and organizations. I decided to be an advisor to help students be successful and to give back to my community. We will now have Christina.
Good morning. My name is Christina Mayo Hessler, and I get to work with and serve students whose last names are F through L. I grew up between Merced and Europe. Fun fact about me, my dad was in the Army for over 22 years. So as an Army brat, I grew up between California and Europe. I went to school here at Merced Community College, transferred and commuted to Fresno Pacific for my bachelor's program. And then since UC Merced wasn't built and education, higher education was limited in the Central Valley at the time, I was able to do my master's online for doing education, adult education and distance learning. So that helps me a little bit in our current environment to be able to assist you better. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Pun Colvin. I grew up in California and I'm a UC graduate. I moved to Merced with my family for the UC back in fall 2003. I first worked for the School of Natural Sciences in 2004 briefly, and then before there were any students, and then again starting 2006. I've been an advisor for the School of Engineering since 2016, and I look forward to meeting with many of you, especially those with last names M through Q.
All right, welcome all. My name is Pa. I advise students with last name R through Z. I'm also a UC alum and I was a first-gen college student as well. Just a few fun things to know about me. So I love to take road trips on the weekend just for sightseeing. And my husband and I, we like to enjoy playing competitive chess and tennis. But one thing I do want students to know is that I don't want you all to ever feel stuck if you're going through any personal and academic challenges. So just know that I'm here to listen and I will do my best to help you with just the best possible way to proceed forward.
And I don't have a picture, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself because I didn't submit that picture. My name is Carla Gonzalez. I am the manager of undergraduate advising and I serve all transfer students. I kind of work as a support system to the advisors. I help do the petitions and any sort of questions that they may have. I try to respond to as much as I can. You are working with a great team of advisors, so please always make sure to contact them and always make sure to ask any questions. There is no dumb question. Anything that you need help with, please reach out.
All right, so first we're gonna go over just how to see an advisor, how to meet with one of us. So when you go onto the engineering advising website, you will see a little tab that says see my advisor. And from there you can make an appointment to meet with us or choose our walk-in hours as well. Typically when we're back on campus, walk-in hours will just be in the School of Engineering office hours, and in there you can just come in and sign in during the walk-in hours. If you're not sure when to make an appointment or when to choose walk-in, the webpage does list different topics. Typically, appointment will be if you're thinking something a little bit more long-term that you want to discuss with us, and walk-ins will be if you have an immediate need. Just something to know though, if you want to make an appointment with us, make sure that you can only make an appointment you need to make an appointment at least 24 hours ahead of time, and you can only view on our Calendly calendar 2 weeks ahead as well. So if you're thinking you want to make an appointment in 3 weeks, just check our Calendly calendar again when it's 2 weeks ahead. And then for walk-ins, our walk-in will be updated weekly, so you will only see walk-in hours for the week, for that week only. For fall specifically for fall of 2020, all appointment in Zoom and walk-in will be through Zoom only. So if you make an appointment, you will receive an email with an individual Zoom link. Click on that Zoom link and we will be in that Zoom as well to meet with you. Something to know at the beginning of every semester, typically the first 3 weeks will just be all walk-in. So if you're trying to make an appointment with us and you don't see any available slot, check the walk-in schedule and come in and meet with us. And typically during registration week, it's that beginning week in November, will just be all walk-in as well. If you're trying to email us, just make sure that you include your student ID and name. A lot of the time, a lot of students may have the same last name and first name. So student ID just make it much easier for us to find information quicker and reply back to you faster as well. Also make sure to use your UC Merced email. Just because it's authenticated, it's more secure. If you send us an email from your personal email account, we won't reply back to you and answer your questions. We will just email you back and let you know to email us from your UC Merced email as well.
If you haven't had the opportunity yet to visit our website, I encourage you to visit engr-advising.ucmerced.edu. You'll learn information on our policies and information concerning your specific major. Your courses are sequenced, and we help you to plan in a specific order to help you to complete your degree as soon as possible. We go over your foundational courses, your math, your physics, and then specific to one of the 5 majors that we offer. If you have any questions, we will be going over how to create a grad plan during Jumpstart Your Third Year. If you have any questions on time to degree or where you're currently at in your major, I highly recommend that you meet with us during a walk-in or an appointment so that we can discuss your specifics with you one-on-one. Sometimes upperclassmen may give you advice and it's great, but for your catalog year, you're gonna have a specific sequence for you. So make sure you always contact your academic advisor for course planning. As I mentioned, Jumpstart Your Third Year is revving up for the fall 20 term. It will be mandatory that you meet with us during this academic year, so either fall or spring. The sooner you meet with us, the better. We'll be able to answer your questions and help you plan for the spring term and your courses through graduation. The purpose of Jumpstart is to not only see where you're at academically, but also as an engineer to make sure that you are planning to build your resume to help complement your degree when you enter the competitive market. So making sure you complete the Jumpstart Your Third Year web form. This gives us as an advisor an idea of maybe where you're at, how you're looking to fine tune your major, what resources are you using on campus? Are you maximizing the office hours or tutorial support that you're helping to fund on campus? Do you understand how to read your My Audit? Do you understand the difference between the planned audit and then your actual live audit? So we help to decode the audit and help you to read that. And then also really beginning for either career assessments or graduate defense, if you're looking to go to grad school, planning for internships, planning for research opportunities. How are you going to just find your niche within the engineering world to make yourself stand out? And then for some specific majors as well, making sure you're planning for the fundamentals of engineering exam to complete prior to or congruent with graduation. So read the emails we've sent, make sure you schedule an appointment or a walk-in with us as soon as possible to complete your Jumpstart Your Third Year, and contact us with any questions or concerns you may have.
All right, so on My Degree Path, which you can access through your student portal, you will be able to pull an audit for your currently declared major, or if you're intending to change major, you can also pull up a what if audit for other major as well. The audit, as you can see kind of on the right-hand side of the slide, will show all the requirements that you need to complete to finish your degree. Typically, this will include just the minimum 120 units that you need to complete overall. You will also be able to see your current cumulative GPA as well. And then it will also show all university requirement, School of Engineering requirement, your major requirement, as well as the intellectual badges that you need to complete. This is also where if you have taken any AP exam and you receive units for them, or if you were exempted from any course, that will also show on your audit as well. There will be upcoming webinars if you're not sure how to read an audit yet. So continue to check your email, and that way you can attend one of the webinars to just understand how to read an audit better. On the PowerPoint slide, we did also link just from registrar, just a PDF of how to read an audit as well. So this is, Christina has mentioned about the Jumpstart third year, which you will be required to complete a graduation plan. So through My Degree Path, you will also have a tab where it says plans that you can create a grad plan as well. One of the things to just make sure is that you make sure that where it says the program, you make sure you select your intended major or the major that you're currently declared in and you plan to stay. And then where it says effective for the term and the year, that's going to be your catalog year. So you want to make sure that you pick the right catalog year, just because different catalog year will have different requirements as well. On the left-hand side, we'll show the roadmap for that major. And that's going to, once again, list all the requirements that you need to complete, all the required courses. And then on the right-hand side is where your grad plan is at. And it's going to show all the upcoming terms or the current terms. So to have a completed grad plan, you need to make sure that you select and you pick the courses from the roadmap and you put it into the term that you plan to take that courses. If you are not sure if that's going to fulfill all your requirement, once all the roadmap courses have been checked off, you would have for your grad plan, and then you can also check against the audit as well. Christina has mentioned the plan audit, that there are several buttons near where it says the plan that you can, and it's that first button that you can check to view how all these courses are going to show up in your audit as well. Once again, there will be webinar as well. If you're not sure how to create a grad plan yet, there's also, we link in the presentation, just a YouTube tutorial as well showing how to create a grad plan.
Hi again, I'm Peng. For the next 3 slides, I'll be highlighting some of the campus and School of Engineering academic policies you should be aware of. You probably won't remember the details, but one of the key take-home messages is that you can fail. Now, did that wake everybody up? The good news is there are lots of resources to help you avoid that fate. And our job as advisor is to be one of those resources. So for starters, how do you avoid that fate? You do so by maintaining normal progress. So what does that mean? That means have at least 12 units each semester, and 2 of those classes must be STEM classes toward the major. You also should probably take an average of 15 units per semester, complete all degree requirements within 10 semesters for 5 years. Summers not included, so you have summers to play catch up or get ahead. And then lastly, maintain good academic standing. So what does good academic standing means? So to be on good academic standing, you have to have at least a 2.0 semester and a 2.0 cum GPA for each fall and spring. So what happens if you fall below 2? Well, that depends. You're placed on academic probation as a warning and are allowed to continue to next semester if your semester GPA is less than 2.0, but your cum GPA is above 2. Now, if you've been on AP for 2 or more semesters and your cum GPA is less than 2, or if at any time your semester GPA is less than 2 and your cum GPA is less than 1.5, then you would be subject to academic dismissal. So it's not too bad, right? Well, don't worry too much, as there are some leeway in the policy. So for example, our campus repeat policy on the next slide allows students to repeat a course in which a grade of D+ or lower than D+ or not pass was earned. So now if you failed a class and repeat it, only the new grade will be used for GPA calculation. So the old grade will still remain on your transcript, but it won't be counted against your GPA. So note this is true for only up to 16 units of repeat or 4 unit of classes though. After that, your grade earned will be averaged with the old grade. So there are some leeways, but there is also a limit. So now if you need to repeat a class, email your advisor if it's your first time retaking it. Otherwise, you won't be able to sign up for it, as there will be a hold on the course. Be sure to include your student ID number, the course, the semester you want to take it, retake it, and then a brief plan for how you plan to do better. If it's your second time repeating it, or it's your third attempt, then you have to get permission from faculty or dean designee by submitting an online petition to the school that houses the course. And the links are, and as well as the resources for those info are available on the slides. So now if at the end of the day, you think another major may be better for you, then I or your advisor could also help you with that as well. Next, I'll briefly discuss how major change works. So registrar has an online major change form you could complete. So notice the School of Natural Sciences and Engineering require a graduation plan. So Pa just briefly show you how to create or discuss how to create one earlier in the talk. If you look at the link provided, there's also a video on how to create one as well through the registrar's website. So please keep in mind the requirements to change your major depends on what your intended major is. So please see the school's website for their major change requirements. So for students who want to switch to another engineering major, please keep in mind the following general criteria. So you have to be on good standing, complete Math 21 with at least a C- or better, and have no third attempt in any of the major prep classes. And that for CSE, ME, and bioengineering majors, they have additional requirements. So as you can see on the table on the slide. Notice there are more requirements if you're a junior and senior. So therefore, for those of you who want to change your major, especially our undeclared engineering majors, please do so soon. Please follow up with an advisor when you want to change your major. Now, if you do not know what you want to major in, it's okay too. Just don't wait too long. Consider taking a career assessment ASAP and follow up with a CCPA career specialist such as Liz Atalano, who will be speaking more about their services later on. So the bottom line is there are rules and policies in place to ensure that your degree means a lot. And we also give you lots of support in the process. So Luz will start off and talk to you about what a lot of those resources are.
Hi again. I'm going to be reviewing some academic resources that we have available at UC Merced. Remember, this is just some of them. There's more available out there. You can always reach out to your academic advisor if you need additional support. Like I always tell students, don't wait until the day before of your midterm or of your final to seek help, right? It's okay to ask for help. Reach out to this, make it a habit to go to tutoring services, to seek for help, to go to office hours with your instructors or with your TAs. So on top, we have some tutoring services. We have the STEM Center, which Pedia is going to talk more about and more about their services. There's also PALS. PALS can help you in different subjects at UC Merced, not just shop or engineering, but they have a variety of subjects that they can help with. During the semester, they usually provide one-on-one also. Those can be limited, so you need to reach out to them to see if they're providing those services. Then we have the Chem Center, the Writing Center, and the Math Center. All of these centers are providing support this semester. It's all virtual, so if you have questions, you can go to their website, and they do have a calendar of when are they providing tutoring for certain courses. Then we have student-led tutoring services as well to help each other out. We have Kofi and Code through ACM. So if you have classes that have some sort of coding, or you're taking CSC courses and you're struggling in those courses, you can go to Cat Life and they post when they're having this tutoring center, this tutoring services. And we also have Physics Society that also provide physics tutoring. So these are also physics students trying to help each other out. And if you go to Cat Life, you can find when they're providing this, when they're having this support, And Cat Life is kind of like a hub for our clubs and organizations. They also post events, not just for the student services, but any events that clubs and organizations are having. So if you haven't gone into Cat Life, I would recommend to go and explore it a little bit and see if you would like to join any clubs and organizations to help you find that support system, right? To help each other out. And then on the bottom, we have CAPS, counseling services. Like I said, it's okay to ask for help. And sometimes we're not used to asking for help. So if you just want to go talk to a professional, or you just want to talk to someone, they're also providing virtual services this semester. So you can go to their website or give them a call to see if they have anything available for you. And then we have the Students First Center. It's also the hub for admissions, financial aid, and registrar. So there's any forms online that you might need, right? Some forms are on the registrar's website. Other forms that are school specific are on our website. But if you have questions about transcripts, if you haven't submitted your AP scores, which I recommend for you to do as soon as possible if you haven't done so, this is where you will find all this information about financial aid, forms, and other services. Now we will transition to Elizabeth Atilano. She will give us more information about the Center for Career and Professional Advancement.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with all of you today. As mentioned, my name is Liz Atilano, and I am a team member in the Center for Career and Professional Advancement, which is a unit of the Office of Leadership, Service, and Career. I have two roles on the team, and the first is as the career specialist for the School of Engineering. I get to work with all of you as active students, and also when you graduate as and become Bobcat alumni. I also serve UC Merced as the Interim Director of Employer Connections and Internships, which then affords me the opportunity to work with employers to engage with students to pursue internships, new grad hires, and other opportunities that may be available. As with many of the services that UC Merced offers this fall, all of our services, our resources, recruiting events, and workshops are offered online, and they are available in many different on many different platforms. I'd like to share with you and encourage all of you to establish your Handshake profile. Handshake is the central hub of everything career for a UC Merced student and alumni. Handshake is a career management system, and we'll be getting into a little bit more about what you can do and what you can find on that platform. But I would encourage you to visit Join Handshake at ucmerced.edu to start your career exploration. As we have gone virtual with our services, we also have expanded our resources and offer many on-demand workshops and resources. You can find workshops on resume writing, interviewing, and career searching in challenging times on the CCPA YouTube channel. And also practice and perfect your interviewing skills with a new resource called Standout Practice Interviewing. And you'll be able to answer questions that are specific to your major area of study for both internships and new grad hires. And then practice and re-record until you have perfected your interview skills. And when it comes time to interview for that internship or the new grad job, you will be able to ace the interview. During these challenging times, we've had many UC Merced alumni come forward and would like to support our current students' career aspirations. Our Bobcats Helping Bobcats Career Mentoring Program is available, and you may connect with an alum to receive a resume review, interviewing coaching, career guidance, and job search assistance. One other place that you can find employers would be on the CCPA Instagram account. And in many cases, our employers are taking over our Instagram account for a day to meet with students in the similar way that you might have seen employer tables outside of the Lantern when we were on ground and in person. So be sure to check out our Instagram account. Now, I've mentioned Handshake as our career management system. And here you can make a one-on-one appointment with me as your career specialist. You can sign up and attend drop-in hours. So if you have just a 5 or 10 minute quick one type of question, then you can do a drop-in hours and sign up for those. And that information is available on the Handshake system. We also want to support you in the entire process of applying for and earning an internship or the job once you graduate. And so we sponsor every Thursday from 4 to 5 our career happy hours, where students will come together this fall in a virtual environment to work on applications for anything from internships, part-time jobs, full-time jobs, research opportunities, and graduate school. And a career specialist is available during that hour. Many times an employer or grad program will also be available to provide you with general as well as specific guidance and information. We want you to succeed and successfully hit submit at the end of the hour to whatever opportunity you may be interested in applying. We have interactive workshops that can be found on Handshake, and these are resume writing, LinkedIn labs, interviewing, and elevator pitch. So by all means, sign up for an interactive workshop offered through Zoom and led by a career specialist. Now, the next 3 weeks will be very important to engineering students and computer science and engineering of all disciplines. Why is that? That is because there are 4 major events that are coming up that CCPA and our campus colleagues are hosting. The first is an opportunity to learn from other students, other engineering students, about their internship experience and how they not only successfully secured an internship, but then successfully completed one. That internship panel can be found on the Handshake system in the event section, but it is on September the 24th as a lunch and learn. On September the 29th, we will be hosting a virtual graduate and professional school fair. We have over 50 graduate programs in attendance, and you will be able to attend some information sessions within the career fair, within the graduate school fair, but also make an appointment to speak with some of the admissions reps on a one-to-one basis. So there's an opportunity for a mini interview with an admissions representative of the programs that you might be interested in. On October the 5th at 4:30 in the afternoon, we will be hosting our engineering networking readiness mixer. This is an opportunity for you to meet in small groups with UC Merced alumni, experienced professionals, and recruiters to help you to perfect your elevator pitch, your 30-second elevator pitch, and also to perfect your networking skills. So far, we have, and to date, we have the following organizations represented, and you would be able to meet with some of these: Blue Diamond Growers, Oracle, California Energy Commission, VMware, Merced Irrigation District, and Whisk Aero. What a wonderful opportunity to be able to perfect that first response to the first interview question. Tell me about yourself. Why is this so important this year? And that is because on October the 6th, we will be hosting our virtual career fair. And there are 12 employers that are attending the fair that are seeking engineering students and new grads for internships and new grad jobs. And those include the California Energy Commission, Dolby Labs, E&J Gallo Winery, Form Factor Incorporated, which is from the semiconductor industry, Foster Farms, Lawrence Livermore National Lab, Los Alamos National Labs, Oracle, Palo Alto Networks, The Wine Group, U.S. Department of State, and Verizon Media. Again, this is not, this is an improved opportunity to meet with employers, not only in information sessions, but also in video mini interviews. So this particular event is more of a recruitment event than a walk around the gym style of career fair that you might have seen on campus in the past. So I hope that if you have any questions about any of the events, you reach out to me. You may have received, and I hope that you have looked at the flyers and the emails that we've been sending out about these events and resources, but also about the workshops that are designed to prepare you to participate fully in the events that we've just mentioned. So I'm looking forward to working with you throughout your career as an undergraduate student, but also as an alum of UC Merced. And now we'll turn this over to Chris Butler, who's the Director of Engineering Service Learning. Chris?
Thanks, Liz. Appreciate that. All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm really glad to be here speaking with you all today. It's exciting. This has been a fantastic semester so far, even though not really able to see all of you at the same time, and kind of we miss you. Just want you to know that. But what I want to talk to you today is about engineering service learning and some of the course that we have available for you, as well as some of the projects and additional programming that we have to help you guys to be better prepared for future careers in the different industries that you guys are going to be moving into. So let me tell you a little bit. If you've heard about engineering service learning before, I want to let you know it is a three-part set of courses. The first is the Engineering 96, which is our human-centered research and design course, followed by Engineering 97, which is a lower division lab class, and Engineering 197, which is an upper division lab class. And the main distinction that we have here, and this is some changes to what's been done in the past, is that Engineering 96, the lecture, is where you will be learning about the design process. As you guys move forward in your engineering career, your time here at UC Merced, one of the things you will be building up to is the capstone design course, and this is a big starting point for your experience and development towards being prepared for that capstone design course. So in the Engineering 96, it's a lecture, you'll be learning about the design process, and we'll be talking about the design process in the context of theoretical projects. And then in the engineering service learning courses 1 and 2, we will be talking about and working with real life project partners and clients to ensure that you guys get some actual real life experience for that you're able to put onto your resume to help you start to get you prepared for future internships that you're going to be applying for with Liz in the near future. So like I said, I guess I kind of jumped ahead that slide there, but let me just reiterate. In the lower left corner, I'm showing the engineering design process, right? In there, real world projects for nonprofit clients, technical and professional skill development. These are really big things that are going to help you guys land your first internships, externships, co-ops, research experiences, and things that really are going to help prepare you professionally. Let me describe for example, a couple of the current projects that we're working on. Right now, we are working with on two projects. One is for a children's museum down in Fresno. We're developing an exhibit down there. We're doing a children's museum down in Fresno to look at talking about the thawing of permafrost up in the Arctic, as this soil that is normally always frozen, hence permafrost, that name, starts to melt because of climate change. What we're doing is we are going to be creating an exhibit that talks about some of the effects that happen as permafrost is melting. It has all kinds of effects on infrastructure, as well as some methane detection stuff, projects utilizing drones in the Arctic. The other project that we're working on is we're looking to reduce mental health issues related to isolation in minority communities here in the Central Valley. This it's a public health system, has big implications for public health, computer science, engineering, and general engineering students. One of the other things that we do here at Engineering Service Learning is we also provide an additional set of workshops that we have. And this semester we'll be doing them all online. No, we don't record them, but they are technical and professional skill development workshops that are taught by industry leaders, and things that are able to help you you can include skill sets that you can include on your resume. You need to register for each of these, and you can use a QR code that's here, as well as go to the engineeringservicelearning.ucmerced.edu in the events tab, and you'll be able to see the calendar of events that we have. The benefits of all of these courses is really that they will help develop you in a professional and a technical areas. They help provide you with the experiences that you need when you're developing your resume to help get you help you land those first internships. And also, when you're in those interviews, help to provide stories that you can share with your interviewers about how you've developed technically and professionally. Tell me about a time, for example, or all those stories. The other thing is that it's really a great opportunity to get some mentoring from upper level engineering students who have been there and have seen a little bit farther down the road and are working towards the same goals you are. They can provide some great experience. So we have all these things in the Engineering Service Learning courses. And I pass it on. I think we're going to introduce Petya at this point.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Chris. Hi, everyone. I absolutely appreciate the opportunity to virtually meet everyone, actually. And my name is Petya Georgieva. I coordinate the STEM Resource Center at UC Merced, which opened up in the fall of 2013 as a student resource center. We simply serve undergraduate students in different areas. So to outline our services, major services to undergraduate population, this is what we have. We start with our academic services. Naturally, the STEM Center really cares about the good academic performance of all of our undergraduate majors. And we, in a normal environment where we're on campus, we are in AOA 114. This is our room, and this is where our learning community of students is. We simply gather in the room to study and do projects, and everything, of course, is STEM related. A big portion of our academic services is our peer tutor mentor program, which provide peer tutoring for a number of math, science, and engineering courses. You can find information about our tutor mentor program on this subpage in the STEM Resource Center website. And of course, for fall 2020, all of our work in peer tutoring work is remote. So we do have, the STEM Center provides a Zoom link where you can simply log in and see what we have available. Another major area of our research, of our services to students is related to undergraduate research, and we provide guidance and assistance to obtain, to our students to obtain research positions, scholarships, internships. We do have a listing, even though there is no one-stop shop, we do have a listing in our STEM Center website, which is this specific link right here. We do have this specific listing where you can find opportunities in our campus at UC Merced or elsewhere at universities in the country. We also support our student organizations, clubs and organizations. We do work with the STEM related ones very closely, and if you'd like to get involved and join a STEM student organization, you can take a look at this link right here. This is the link to UC Merced subpage outlining the STEM organizations we have in fall 2020 in our campus. Another major area of involvement and services of the STEM Center is the extracurricular activities. This is mostly K-12 outreach. We do have an outline of what our initiatives in the K-12 outreach areas. You can always take a look, of course, at our website. And this year, due to the pandemic, this fall specifically, we really very, very limited on what we can support. But again, we would like to see our students and student clubs and organizations being involved in these extracurricular activities which serve our community. To reach out to us, and I do hope you will reach out to us. You have my contact information right here. It is the best way to contact me, of course, will be through my email. Simply shoot me an email, or to find out more about our services, simply visit the STEM Center website or the specific links for the subpages listed here. How you can use our services, meaning how you can join us. In a normal semester, we will be in AON 114. Now we are all of our services are virtual, meaning to use our peer tutor services, you will need to log in to the specific Zoom link found online, and you will simply log in. We do not require appointments. You will simply take a look at our schedule posted on our website and see what tutors are available at what time, so you will know who exactly you are looking for, and then you will log in, and then you will simply chat with our peer tutors. We provide tutoring for a number of math and engineering and science courses, and this semester we have several excellent engineering majors who operate services for us, so there is a number of specific engineering courses you can get help with. And then if you have any questions and that you think we may be able to answer, or you'd like us to discuss, please schedule an individual appointment with me. Simply email me and then tell me you need to schedule an appointment, suggest several times during the week, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Finally, we would like you to apply for our peer tutor positions. We do have a few simple requirements, such as GPA and grades of the courses you would like to tutor. You're welcome to take a look at our website, which will, this bottom link right here, the website provides information on these requirements, and if you are seriously interested to gain experience as a peer tutor-mentor, yes, please email me, and then we'll go ahead and discuss everything. And with this, I thank you for your attention. Again, please email me, please reach out to us, use our services. Thank you, and Luz, back at you.
Thank you everyone. Now to finalize our presentation, I want to go over some of our upcoming events for our open house. So the first one is throughout this week, we will be having different panels, faculty and student panels for each engineering major. So if you're thinking about about changing into another engineering major, I think you could benefit from this. Or if you just want to learn more about your major, how to be successful in your courses, faculty and student panelists will be going over some of these questions. We are also having a meet and greet next week with the engineering advisors, the engineering career specialists, and the engineering service learning director. And this is just more to get to know each other. And we just want to do general questions. This is an open space. So if you do have specific questions or questions that are more personal or one-on-one, I do recommend to reach out to your advisor to make an appointment and do walk-ins, as will be open. And I also want to share as Paul had mentioned, there will be some Jumpstart Your Third Year workshops through the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts. They will be opening up their workshops, and they will be going over my degree path, how to use my degree path, how to view your audit, how to create a graduation plan. Do notice that each school has their own requirements for their Jumpstart, but these workshops can help you if you're still having questions about how to read your audit. The ones posted on this presentation is just for today, but throughout the semester, they will be hosting other workshops, and we will share information through our Facebook page and through email. And now we will transition into the Q&A section if we have any questions.
Yes, we do. We have several questions, and I'll go ahead and ask. So our first question, and I'm going to address this one to Peng. Peng, when should I schedule a walk-in or Jumpstart meeting with my advisor? And what do I have to do for that?
So for a walk-in, if you have a quick questions that we could help with, that would be a great time to follow up with the advisors. For example, I would like to repeat a course. I would like to add a course. How do I get prereq overrides? So quick questions such as that. For things that require a longer time, could you please go over my grad plan with me? I have questions, I have difficulty, academic difficulty. How do I go about addressing that? Or if you are uncertain about your major, making appointments, those things would be good for appointments. As for Jumpstarts, you probably heard from some of your advisors, emails will go out soon about what is required. All of the info and the links and the forms you need will be on the email as well. Basically, there's a web form you need to complete. There's a grad plan you need to fill out, as Pa mentioned earlier. You go into your my degree path, go into plan, select the major you're interested in or your intended major. Make sure to pick your academic year, your catalog year, the year you first started at UC Merced. And then make sure you move all of the information that on the left side of the page to the right side of the page. You know you're done in creating a grad plan when you have 0 units on the left side of the page. So hopefully that answers your questions. If not, definitely please feel free to follow up and email any one of us. Thank you.
Thanks, Peng. So a question for Liz. Liz, how do I get help updating my resume?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm glad that one of our attendees asked that. We have resume workshops that in our virtual environment are being held through Zoom. You can find the schedule of these resume workshops live on the Handshake system, and you can register or just drop in if you would like. We also have on our YouTube page, our YouTube site, we have a resume writing workshop for engineering students and new grads. And so that's one of our on-demand resources. You can also make an appointment with me to review your resume and or get one started. We have written guides, how-to guides on the Handshake system in the resource library. And so there's many different resources that are both on demand, by appointment, and live webinar. And don't forget our Bobcats Helping Bobcats resume review service, where our alumni are sharing their insight as experienced professionals into effective resume writing.
Fantastic. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Bruce, do I have 4 or 5 years to finish my degree?
Yeah, so students have 10 semesters to complete in the School of Engineering, right? To complete your degree. So that's 5 years. We hope that you can complete it in 4 years, right? That's the goal. But you do have that extra year, not counting summers, right? So you also have space for summer. But talk to your academic advisor about your time to degree, right? So where you are right now, and see if your plan looks for 4 or 5 years. But engineering students, so if you plan on changing to a different school, make sure that you reach out to them, as they have different policies.
Liz, sorry, Luce. Chris Butler, question for you. Where can I find a list of all the different engineering service learning projects to get involved with?
Fantastic question. Thanks for asking. You can go to engineeringservicelearning.ucmerced.edu, or just Google us. We come up, if you just type in Google Engineering Service Learning, go to current projects. We have a page there that talks about all of our current projects that we have going at the moment, and we keep that updated with any of the projects that are upcoming and or current. You can look at the previous or past projects also at the same web page, and just look for completed projects there, and it will give you an idea of the type of things that we've done in the past.
Great, thanks. Liz, another question for you. If I do not know how to focus my degree, will the career assessment ONET profiler help me?
Thank you very much. So the ONET Profiler is one of the tools that you can use to explore your career interests. And it's a short 60-question assessment that will ask you to respond to the questions as to the types of tasks and the types of activities that you very much like to do, and all the way down to very much don't want to do. And from there, you can then take that information and visit a number of different career exploration sites that will help you to answer what kind of career, what can I do with my major? And one of the sites that we recommend is the Occupational Outlook Handbook, and the other one is the Occupational Network Online, the ONET Online. Now, the way to access these, they're all web-based forms or sites, and the information can be found on the Handshake system in the resources library in the Career Center section. So you can see, again, very clearly, the Handshake Career Management System is really your central hub and departure point, along with the hireucmerced.edu website to do all things career related.
Great. Pitty, a question for you. What can I do if the time for the tutor I want to work with is not available in my schedule?
This is a very good question, not an easy one. We strongly suggest that all of the students take a look at our schedule of what we offer. And the good thing is, all of our tutors, actually, in order to be a tutor in the STEM Center, you have to be capable to tutor way more than 1 or 2 subjects only. So we strongly encourage students who absolutely have a time conflict during the semester with just 1 tutor to take a look at our schedule and see who else is offering the same help on the same subject. And we absolutely encourage students to try visiting other tutors.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Chris Butler, another question for you. Do you have to register in one of the engineering service learning courses to attend the workshops?
Fantastic question. I'm really glad you asked that. That's a common misconception. No, these workshops are open to all people. Everybody, actually. You don't even have to be a student here at UC Merced. But you do need to, we do ask that you register for the workshops themselves. That way we can send you the any necessary materials that we're going to be using during the workshops, files and whatnot, or example files, and also the Zoom links that are associated with those.
Great, thanks, Chris. All right, so another question for Petia. Petia, is there a limit to the number of times I could get help from a tutor? And what are the criteria to be a peer mentor?
Yes, those are two separate questions. So let's go ahead and answer the first one first. Is there a limit of times when students can visit our peer tutors/mentors? Absolutely not. If you have to see the same person every week on a regular basis, we do encourage you to do so. You form a good relationship with your peer tutor, even sometimes, oftentimes a good friendship. So please do not worry about limits. Simply walk in every time you need to. And the second question was, what is the criteria for a student to become a peer tutor/mentor? We don't have a huge list of criteria. We have several of them, but we are only a few of them actually, but we are very firm on them. The most important one is having to do with your excellent performance at school. Of course, if we are helping students with subjects, our peer tutors need to be well prepared for these subjects. So we do ask students to have ideally a GPA of 3.0 and above. We did have a few cases when there was an exception of that, but of course, everything needs to be looked at individually. So we are looking at 3.0 and above GPA, and we are looking for students to have ideally an A in the courses they have. They have self-select to tutor. So again, GPA is important. And then of course we would like our tutors represent the STEM Center, not only at UC Merced, but when we go to events in our community as well. So we would like our tutors to really be very, very mindful to the fact that they are representing the STEM Center at UC Merced. Thanks, Carla.
Thanks, Petia. Christina Mayo, question for you. What happens if I'm put into subject to academic dismissal?
If you unfortunately were put into subject to academic dismissal, you would receive communication specifically to your UC Merced account informing you of your status, the appeal process, the dates and deadlines of when submission of your appeal and any supporting documentation would need to be submitted. And then if approved, you would work very closely with your academic advisor and be required to meet with us at least 3 times in the next upcoming term. We would try to work with you as soon as possible, as it's a short window in between each term, to make sure that if repeats are required, once you're approved, those are entered. If you're looking to maybe change your major, we would work with you with the specifics that you would need to accomplish to be successful in a major change. If there was any additional appeals, subsequent repeats, that you were clearly directed with the links and the information to be able to do so successfully. And then we would work with you to rebuild your academic status to back above a 2.0 for the term and bring your cumulative GPA up above a 2.0 to clear your academic standing and continue to make progress in your degree.
Thanks, Christina. Dean Matsumoto, a question for you. Last semester, we were allowed to do pass, no pass in our classes and have those count towards our major criteria. Is that still true for this fall semester?
I believe it is for the engineering classes.
Great, thanks.
I want to share our website. I know it has been mentioned a couple of times throughout the presentation, but there we will be posting this presentation and our panels that are coming up. And also if you want to follow us on Facebook, we also share very important information.
Great. Well, thank you everybody for participating and for coming on and listening to our conversation. With that, we're going to say thank you. And should you have any follow-up questions, feel free to reach out to any one of the participants or panelists here. Thanks.